So one of the things that always comes up whenever we do one of our Sunday Night Lives, every Sunday night, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, is about tools. And it comes up in comments too. People are always asking me, what's my favorite tool? Or they're just getting started and they're like, what kind of tool should I get? What's the most important tool, I should look for? What's your favorite tool? So that's kind of thing you got to think about for a little bit. And then I pondered it the other day, then it dawned on me, right? It's almost a no-brainer. It's too simple. And you're probably going to be surprised at what it is. I mean, my world is full of tools. How do you pick one that stands head and shoulders above the rest? I mean, is it electric tools, air tools, test equipment, diagnostic stuff, tools, box wrenches, open ends, screwdrivers, pliers, ratchets. I use all of those things all the time. But there's only one that gets used universally in almost any job that I do. The gasoline-filled squirt bottle, right? Okay, you didn't see that one coming, but there it is. The most versatile tool any mechanic can ever have. Now, I've used every style of squirt bottle there is. The ketchup bottle, the mustard bottle, a mayonnaise bottle with the little spout on it. But actually, I fell in love with this style when I was messing around with the nitro cars. And as it turns out, this bottle filled to the top with this orifice, sprayed in a steady stream like that, is just enough to bring a dead cold nitro motor to warm enough where you can turn on the fuel and make it cackle. So that's when I started using these things. But let me give you an idea just how versatile they are. This thing's versatility starts before you even work on the car. Like for instance, you want to fire up a fresh motor that's been sitting. You can use this to fill the float bowls on your carb. Fresh motor, fresh start, cold start, give it a little squirt down the throats. Bang, she lights right off. Hi, so it's running. Does it have a vacuum leak? I don't know, let's find out. Give it a little squirt around the base of the carburetor. Not too much, you don't want to burn your shit down, but that'll tell you. If it smooths out, boom, you got it. Is it idling lean? Give it a couple of drops. If it smooths out, it was lean. Is it idling rich? Give it a couple of drops. If it slows down, it was rich. There's just no limit to what you can do with these things. Speaking of Snap Diagnostics, let's say you've got a fuel-injected car. It's a no-start. You want to know real quick, is it ignition? Is it the fuel system? Where is it? A couple of drops down the throttle body, crank it. If she lights, it's in the fuel system. If she don't, it's in the ignition. You can even use it to put your cigarette out. So you're out back, you're screwing around with your cars that have been sitting for a little while. So you peel off the cover and oh my God, it's a wasp nest, right? No problem. Die, bastards, die. Weeds? No problem. Gotcha. And of course, the most bread and butter use for a gasoline squirt bottle around the shop is to clean parts. There is nothing that cuts grease like some gasoline. You could mortgage your house and buy this stuff in a spray can, but just brush away for hours for a few pennies. A spider! Gotcha. The bottle is also good for determining the health of your internal engine parts. Like for instance, are your valves sealing? Roll the head upside down, put a spark plug in it, and fill the chamber with gas. If you see it leak down, it's leaking. If it holds, your valve's sealed. Do the same thing on the engine block. Wondering if those rings are actually still sealing against the cylinders? Easy. Fill it up with gasoline and then watch and see how it leaks down. It should hold for a while. If after about 15-20 minutes you see it drop, you have a leak. If it holds, your rings are good. Okay, so let's say your shore plug is smoked and you have to pull it out and re-ring it. Squirt bottle. Use this as your cutting fluid when you hone it. And after you're done honing, flip the thing on its side and use it to clean out all of the hone scuds. Now, no job is complete until after you're finished up. I'll wipe down all your tools. Clean up like brand new. Oh, that reminds me. check out my buddy Brian McPankshift's new channel, Throne Wrench Garage. He's a good one. And of course, there's your hands. You know, nothing like a little gasoline, rag, some rag action, clean up those hands. Save the bit about the epidermal poisoning. I'm doing this for 45 years, no problem, I'm still alive. Your results may vary. Uh-oh, drip some oil in the driveway. Quick, before the old lady freaks out, grab your squirt bottle, cut the oil with the gas, and then just mop it up with a rag. Done. Nobody the wiser. You know, there are probably uses for these things I haven't even imagined yet, but I will. It's my job. So, that's it. All filled up and ready for more action. See you tomorrow.